Hey guys, Marslinkin here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and today I have a very special guest on the channel. Say hello to Mr. Tiger from Tiger Uppercut Media. How's it going, my friend?
Hey man, thanks for having me on the channel. It's good to be here.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm ready to do this, man.
Always good to have you on. So, today we are going to be giving you guys our predictions for what the 6-year anniversary banners are going to look like. So, we decided amongst ourselves, Tiger wanted to take Goku, and that's perfectly fine with me. You guys know I'm a Vegeta fanboy. So, we both went away, drew up our designs for what we think the banners will look like. And then we did have a quick comparison before we started, just to try and make sure we didn't have any duplicates. So basically, I think you did the same, but we sort of looked at the last year banners and tried to sort of work out the way they'd sort of picked those units, because a lot of them were themed around the same either arc or the same like thing from Dragon Ball, and then some of them were just kind of themed around the character. So I tried to think about that quite a bit when I was making my choices, and unfortunately, because these are supposed to be somewhat realistic predictions, it's not going to be all like, you know, the 10 best like TURs in the game.
Well, I would like to say that both banners would have like all the Dokkan Fest LRs, but that's not realistic.
Yeah, exactly. We could have made them insanely broken, like best banners in the game, but at least as far as I went, and I feel like you did the same. We tried to go for more of a sort of realistic prediction.
Yeah, to be a little bit more reasonable, I think.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, the anniversary banners are usually very good, right? Like, very, very good. But they're, I don't think, the best. I mean, if you looked at last year's banners, I think the Worldwide Celebration banners were actually a little bit better than the 5th anniversary banners.
Yeah, exactly. Because like I've got the so I'll put it up on the screen, but I've got like one of the 5-year banners up, and when you look at it, we obviously have like the two new units. We got a couple of LRs, which is good, but then everything after that is like a somewhat older unit, and then like a lot of banners do, you know, there's a couple of pretty old units that kind of fall into that territory of, you don't really want to be like, you definitely don't want to be getting like a guaranteed featured animation and then you get like physical
Pretty
Super
much.
Vegito or something.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
unfortunately, both of the banners will have a unit or two like that, because like I say,
it's going to be, because they're going to try
yeah.
to, I think, balance out the banner a little bit, right? So it's not like absurdly broken. They're going to have like half the banner is going to be extremely good. The other half, you know, is going to be like okay with some, you know, like very old units, and like none of them are going to be unusable, but definitely some of them are going to be units that you don't necessarily want to be pulling a ton over the new ones.
Yeah, like I tried to pick ones, even for the older ones, I tried to pick ones that were kind of on theme, but then at the same time are not like completely useless. So
yes.
But yeah, so obviously I'm going to have the we're going to bring the images up in the background here. So obviously we have Goku on the Goku banner and Vegeta on the Vegeta banner. Who would have thought, right? So
Big surprise.
so the first actual choice, I guess, because, you know, couldn't really get much further from the starting gate without those two. So obviously last year both banners featured a new SSR that awakened into a joined forces TUR. So Vegito had Trunks and Mai, and Gogeta had Bardock and Gine. So we went away and thought of something that would be new and fit in the themes for our banner. So Tiger, what did you pick for Goku banner new SSR?
So that is a very interesting point, which we didn't talk about before the video. I didn't really think about the fact that, yeah, both of them are actually joined forces from last year. So I didn't actually go with that theme. I just went with the character.
Yeah, I don't think necessarily they would have to both be.
It doesn't
joined
have
forces,
to be,
but
that is an interesting point. So they might continue that trend this year. But for my character, I just went with the character that I think a lot of people would really like to see. I think a character that is very much significant to the arc, you know, the Term of Power arc. And it's just a character that deserves more love in this game. And I went with a new full power Master Roshi as the new side character alongside Goku.
Yeah,
what do you think about that?
I think that's a good pick. I did do a video fairly recently just trying to theorize some of what the new units we could see during the anniversary, and I definitely had him on there. Yeah, we definitely need a new one for him because we only have I think it's like the barbershop one is like the only TUR like.
Well, there is the tech one with the, like he has like a huge attack boost.
Oh
Remember?
yeah, sorry. I mean,
and he like stuns
for the full power one. I mean, so.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so that would be the only full power Roshi.
Yeah, and then that tech one, I feel like he was really good when he came out, but then he dropped off.
He's just
like,
a one-trick
quickly.
pony, right?
Yeah.
He only has one use, basically. So I think Roshi is just, like I said, he deserves more love. He's a very key figure throughout the franchise, and he had a very, very emotional moment.
Yep.
In the arc, everybody remembers. I'm not gonna say anything more, just I don't know, just in case somebody didn't watch it. But
imagine if somebody didn't watch it, they'll be like, "Why are they putting a Master Roshi on this banner?"
Yeah, it's like he was in the Tournament of Power. No, but I think he definitely needs to be represented, like in this arc for sure. And I think he's gonna be on the Goku banner, so that's gonna be my new side unit, with of course the MUI Goku.
Yeah, I think that fits pretty well on Goku's banner as well. So for my one, I picked the Android 17 and 18. So
I love this pick.
I know.
I love this pick.
I wonder why. But yeah, I actually talked about this on the most recent podcast episode as well. But it was one of the units I included in that video that I did the other day. As much as I think it would be cool to see like a Krillin and 18 from the Tournament of Power. I want them to stop releasing Joined Forces cards that have really weird links and categories because the two characters don't fit well together. Because obviously, like the Frieza and Golden Frieza and Sorbet is like the perfect example.
Just because Sorbet's there.
Yeah, exactly. So I wanted to put the two androids together because like the androids category hasn't had a buff in forever. And, even though
since the download celebration, like the 300 million download celebration,
I guess it's like only recently, really. It's been like 13, and that was
13
like a year ago. And then like the Easy A for Super 17, but that's not really like, that's just buffing a unit that's already there. So
right.
I think it would be cool to have some of the moments that they were fighting together in the Tournament of Power as a card. And then the good side effect is that outside of all the universe survival kind of teams, they would be a good buff for the Android category as well. So,
and we know how you feel about the androids. So
exactly, I like the Androids category as well. So yeah, let's put
very
them
on brand,
put
very
them
on brand
my
for you.
Vegeta banner. So okay,
I like it, man. That's a great pick.
Thank you. So next up we have the Dokkan Fest LRs from previous banners. So the theme for the last anniversary, and this was obviously the first time that well, I guess then it was still called the Download Celebration, but the Worldwide Celebration units came back. So we would assume that they're going to come back on these banners. So why don't you let them know how we decided to split the Worldwide Celebration LRs?
Okay, so obviously it's between the Fizz Boo Tanks that transforms into Buhan, and then we got Goku and Vegeta that transforms or fuses into Vegeta, right? And I think we both agree that the Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku banner, to a lot of people, is going to be just generally the more hype banner because UI Goku, at least for, I think the majority of the fan base, is the more exciting character.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe not for you, but
no,
just
I
in
would
general,
agree, yeah.
right?
In general, I would say it probably is, yeah.
Yeah, so I think Bandai recognizes this, and in order to maybe balance out the hype a little bit, they're going to put the Fizz Boo Tanks on the Goku banner, just because Boo Tanks, I think, is a little bit less hype, for the fan base, once again, than the Vegito. So for the Goku banner, we put the Boo Tanks here. Yep,
and then obviously the Vegeta banner would have the Goku and Vegeta. And yeah, basically, I think most people, like, when it comes to, I know everyone has their own opinions, but in general, when it comes to, like, the tier listings that you see for LRs, most people put Vegito over Boo Tanks. And so, yeah, like Tiger was explaining, that kind of balances out the banners a little bit, because if they put Vegito on the Goku banner, I think a lot of people would probably just go
just very lopsided.
And, not even really bother with the Vegeta banner.
Yeah,
so this then gives them that incentive, because obviously if they pull UI Goku, then it's like, okay, well now I need to go over to the other banner because I need to get me some Vegito dupes.
Yeah, I got to get Vegito first copy or dupes or whatever.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of performance, I think you can make arguments for which one's better, but it's just like in terms of hype, like who like the more desirable unit for a lot of people. I think Vegito is definitely the more desirable unit.
Yes,
for
absolutely.
Most.
Everyone has
Yeah.
their personal preference, but yeah, on paper, I would say in general, most people would probably be more hyped for Vegito. So yeah, it makes perfect sense to
Yep.
balance them out on the two banners. Okay, so next up on the banner, obviously again following the same sort of theme as the previous anniversary. So the 5-year banners had the 3-year LRs, and they did fit them in theme. So the Vegito was on Vegito's banner, Gogeta was on Gogeta's banner, funnily enough. So it makes sense following that same theme that we would see the return of the 4-year LRs again on the 6-year banner. So
Yes.
since they would follow the same kind of theme, I think, of being on the right banners. I mean, they could flip them again to like, but I don't think the older ones encourage people to like switch banners because no one's really going to be summoning specifically for the Super Saiyan 4s. So I put Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta on my banner.
And of course, Super Saiyan 4 Goku on the MUI Goku banner.
Yeah.
I mean, like, obviously, if you are a long-time player, especially if you spend a good amount of money on the game, like, you're probably going to have at least a couple copies of both the Super Saiyan 4s, right? But, I mean, if you look at it from the perspective of a newer player, both units are still very good, right?
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
yeah, if you only started playing like last year or like, a couple of months ago, then these guys, the inclusion of them on the banners would not be bad at all, right?
Because obviously we don't know what the new LR's leader skills are going to be. I don't think they'll have that as a sub lead, but again, like you said, if you're a newer player, like pulling one of the like the main family category leaders is definitely useful because those teams even now are still like pretty packed. So
For sure.
So yeah, for some of us, not great pulls. I actually can still use at least one dupe for both of them. So, but hey.
Oh, nice.
So,
Lucky you.
But yeah, so now is where it gets a little bit more free form because those, like I say, they all fit the sort of theme we would expect to see. So other than the fact, I didn't say this right at the start, but other than the fact that we would assume they're going to still be 10 featured SSRs, the rest, the remaining, 6 now on the banner, this is where it kind of becomes a bit more, could be anything, I guess. So
Yeah.
why don't you start us off? Who was your first freeform pick for the Goku banner?
Okay, so I'm going to go with 2 characters, actually, because I'm pretty sure they're going to be included, like, together. And the way I looked at it was, okay, if you look at the Gogeta banner, which I guess is going to be on the screen somewhere, there was a dual Dokkan Fest, right, between the Broly and the Gogeta, the AGL Gogeta from the Broly movie, right?
Yep.
And these 2 characters were part of the 2019 New Year's Dokkan Fest, right?
Yep.
So I thought, if they did that, then maybe they'll just straight up include the 2020, New Year's dual Dokkan Fest, since that would be like the equivalent of the Broly and Gogeta. So
Okay.
I went with the Int Super Saiyan 2 Angel Goku that, becomes Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and Tech Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta that becomes Majin Vegeta. Now, I know it doesn't make a ton of sense to have, Vegeta on the Goku banner, but just because it's the dual Dokkan Fest, I think they will be included together here, right? Yeah, that was my thinking. That was my thinking for these 2 guys.
Yeah, that is an interesting one because, funnily enough, I don't know how, because I tried to think of the sort of units that would fit the theme of the banner, and somehow I completely forgot about the Tech Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. So, I
guess that's a good thing. So our banners aren't,
True.
too similar.
So that's one of those things I think that it could go either way, because whilst you wouldn't necessarily think that Vegeta would be on the Goku banner, like you are right, obviously both banners did actually have dual Dokkan Fests that were, I think up to that point, only ever on like opposite banners. And then on the anniversary banners, they were put on the same one, because obviously Vegito also had the transforming Trunks and the transforming Zamasu. So
yeah,
that's actually a theme that I missed, because I guess in that case, this banner would potentially have the Gotenks and the Buu maybe, but I didn't pick them,
Potentially.
so sticking
Yeah, see,
with my.
I mean, the one thing that like I also thought about, and I did like look a little bit like at like some other JP banners recently, like the Boo and Gotenks were actually featured on the Janemba and Pycon Dual Dokkan Fest banners.
Okay, yeah, so they've
Right,
pretty
and
much
that was
just
like
been
literally
back.
the last Dual Dokkan Fest.
Yeah.
So there's a chance they might just like kind of change the theme just because they don't want to feature them again so soon, right?
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, so I don't know. That one's kind of up in the air as well. But like I say, I didn't even think of that one. So.
Oh, what's your
So-
next pick?
So let's see. I've got. So you listed off two. So let me pick some. I've got. Again, these are. I feel like these fall into the same sort of category as like the Zamasu Trunks. The Super Saiyan 2s, like slightly older units, but who are still somewhat relevant. So I've got the physical MVP 17. And
Nice.
then I've also got the AGL Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta. I feel like it's kind
Nice.
of a given that he's going to be on the Vegeta banner because
Yeah,
they
he's
always
gotta
seem
be.
to do that, right? Where they bring out like a new version of a character. They have like the older version
Old
of
version.
them on the banner. Plus, I guess
Yeah.
technically, like, you know, they are differently named because that Vegeta is Super Saiyan Blue who then transforms. So you would assume that aside from legendary power, he's probably going to have, once transformed, like the exact same link set as the new one. So
they would be the best linking partners once you get
Yeah.
the transformation off.
yeah, so he's not necessarily, even though he's not like a top tier unit anymore. If you're summoning on the Vegeta banner and you pull the new Vegeta and you pull this guy, like he's not a bad pull for that team, I think.
No,
So-
for sure. And he, like the AGL Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta, honestly, is still decent. You know, he's not bad. by
Yeah,
any
well,
means.
I haven't leveled him myself, but I would imagine, to be fair, at level 10 links, he probably is still pretty good on
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I
top-
mean, he still has
top
some
leader skill
respectable
team.
defense after you build it up a little bit. And his damage, you know, it's not anything super impressive, but it's not bad either, especially with like the high chance to crit and everything, right?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, there's two more from me. So who's the next one you got on the Goku banner?
All right. I mean, I'm just gonna throw a easy one in there. Ultra Instinct Goku, obviously.
Well, yeah,
He's gonna
I
be there
guess,
for sure.
Yeah, I guess that follows the exact same kind of logic as the Blue Evolution Vegeta. So yeah, I could definitely see that being a thing.
And once again, you know, once you get the UI Goku to transform, he'll be a very good linking partner for the LR. Although it's a little bit harder to get his transformation off compared to SSBEs.
Yeah. Plus, I guess the problem as well is you're with the old in UI Goku, you're kind of competing with the STR LR, who
This is true.
I would imagine is.
And if you
probably
have
gonna
him,
be
you're
the
definitely not
wrestling
gonna be
partner for
running-
the new one. But
You're definitely not gonna be running the int one over the STR LR. That's
no,
for sure.
I don't think so. Somehow.
Yeah.
Okay, well, so keeping in theme of like the older unit that fits the character banner, I picked the Int Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta as my next one. Because if we look back at those banners, we had unit for the previous anniversary. I mean, we had units like Tech Mode Zamasu, Physical Vegeta Blue, like STR Omega. You know, like old units that are now sort of red coin EZA units.
Yeah.
So I figure we're probably going to see one or two of those on these newer banners as well. So Int Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, again, he fits the theme. He'll be on teams like, even though he's not on Universe Survival Saga, he'll be on like Realm of Gods and stuff like that. So he'd still be a good unit to run with the new Vegeta. So I thought he would be probably a shoe-in if they are picking those older Redstone units.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty safe bet. And I had the same kind of idea. So, you know, the equivalent to your in Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, I think, would be AGL Super Saiyan Blue Goku. The one that's like Kaioken, but not called Kaioken.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I think that guy's going to be on there. I mean, we were discussing a little bit. You were telling me, like, oh, maybe they'll put the STR one, right? The STR Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku. But I don't see them being that nice.
Yeah,
I think they're going to put the old one.
yeah, a lot of the units, we're looking back again at these Vegeta and Vegito and Gogeta banners. A lot of the other featured SSRs were kind of old. So I think that, because that's
Yeah.
the thing, the new shiny Dokkan Fest LRs, and I guess the older ones as well, are kind of the main draws. So they don't
Exactly.
need to put all of the crazy top tier
That's what I'm thinking.
On there.
And to be fair, I mean, both the Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta and the Super Saiyan Blue Goku, the AGL one, with their EZAs, they're both like really good.
Exactly.
Right? Like Super Saiyan Blue Goku with the stacking attack can get some like crazy attack stats, and then I think in Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta is just like really well balanced offensively and defensively.
Yeah, he is very good.
Yeah, so they're both like great pulls if you're a newer player. But once again, of course, like for us, you can't really use them anymore.
Yeah, exactly. So despite saying that, I did think they would at least put sort of one fairly recent Tournament of Power related unit on there. So I went for the physical Angel Freezer for the
That would be
Vegeta
amazing.
banner. He would definitely be one of the better. In fact, out of all the ones we've gone through so far, if we're not counting the Dokkan Fest LRs, I would say he's going to be like the best unit on the banner if he was on
for
it.
sure.
So,
I mean, I think he's like top 3 TUR in the game.
yeah, exactly. So he would be
we
a
can get into that
addition.
debate in another video. I'm sure some people have opinions about that.
Oh yes,
But I mean, I don't think anybody can deny that. Yeah, the Frieza is really really good. So yeah, I decided to be a little bit nice too, and for my newer unit, it's not as good as the Frieza, but once again, right, like we said, the UI Goku banner, I don't think overall has to be as good just because it has UI Goku on it.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go with STR Kefla just because obviously of the fight, right? Spoilers once again. Just because of the fight between UI Goku and Kefla. So I think STR Kefla both fits the theme and also is just like a good like newish unit to throw on this banner.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And she hasn't been back a ton of times, so I think she'd still be a unit that doesn't quite fit into that category of people don't want to see her showing up because they've already had her rainbowed for ages. So
for sure,
she's definitely a decent pick. And then I think this is the last one I've got that's sort of Tournament of Power themed still. And I know everybody loves him, but I figured when a new Tournament of Power banner comes out, why not have our boy Tech Hit on there?
Oh yeah.
But I mean, hey, look, I based it's actually kind of funny that you said you sort of based yours when you were looking at the old banner on the Gogeta one, because I was very much looking at the Vegeta one, so it's quite ironic. But yeah, I would put Tech Hit kind of in that place of like where STR Super Boo is. I mean, none of us really wanted him to be there, but he fits the theme, so there he is.
exactly. So yeah, I kind of went in a little bit of a different direction, and this one is not necessarily on theme, except for the Goku theme, I guess, right? And I picked, and everybody's gonna hate me for this, and I hate myself for this too, and I really hope I'm wrong, but it's AGL transforming Goku.
Oh no!
Everybody's favorite unit, man. Yeah, so here's my thinking, right? And there is like one. So basically, because this guy's on the Goku banner, I do think that the Vegeta, the Fizz Vegeta, the transforming one, will be on the Vegeta banner too. Just for the Goku Vegeta theme. Once again, I hope I'm wrong. I really hope that they don't do this to us. But if I'm being honest with myself, like my gut feeling is that it's gonna happen.
See, now that you say that. I feel like you could be onto something, but fortunately,
I mean, I hope people don't think like I'm the reason.
Yeah, you guys know now whose fault it is. But fortunately, I wasn't that mean, so I didn't actually put physical transforming Vegeta on my draft of the banner. But I mean, it does make sense, and I guess if
it's definitely a possibility.
If the AGL transforming Goku was going to be on Goku's one, then yeah, the physical Vegeta would definitely be on Vegeta's banner. But for my final pick, like I said, I didn't pick him, but again, both banners featured units that were sort of the older Redstone EZA units, and we needed one more to round that out for my banner. So I couldn't really think of any more that were sort of even remotely related to the Tournament of Power, so this one was kind of a curveball, and I just threw in the STR Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, because I figured if we're doing a Vegeta banner, we need a Redstone EZA unit, and to be fair, like in modes like Super Battle Road, like that Vegeta is still one of the best defensive units in the game. So
he is.
I mean, again, if you've been playing it for a significant amount of time, you probably don't want to pull any extra copies of him. But if you're somebody who doesn't have him or doesn't have him rainbowed yet, he's still a good unit.
He's still so useful.
Exactly. So.
Yeah, any event that you can fit him on. I mean, like as far as like Super Battle Road goes, like any mode, he can be used on. Like he is just so helpful, and he'll like carry you through those stages, right, just to keep you alive.
Yeah, exactly. So not the best unit, but again, as we said, these banners do have much older units on that are somewhat fitting of the theme. So he's a Vegeta, so I put him on there as the final pick. So was that all of your 10? Was AGL Goku your final one?
I think that's it. Yeah. So MUI Goku, Full Power Roshi, Is Boo Tanks, AGL LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Int Super Saiyan 2 Angel Goku, and Tech Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, and then Int Ultra Instinct, STR Kefla, AGL Super Saiyan Blue Goku, and AGL Transforming Goku. That's my 10.
Yep, that is 10. And then you can see them all on the screen, but yeah, we got Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta, the STR Goku and Vegeta, STR LR Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, Physical Angel Frieza, Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta, Int Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, Tech Hit, Physical MVP 17, and STR Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. So, I mean, just like you would probably say about the 5-year anniversary, they're not the best banners in the world because of some of the older units that they feature, but they do have a pretty good mix of very solid units. And obviously, let's be fair, as we kind of all know, the new units are the hype, the ones that are selling the banners. So
absolutely,
that's why they don't have to go crazy. But
just the fact they have like the new LR for the anniversary plus the Worldwide Celebration LRs, who are 2 of the best units in the game, right?
Exactly. That's
already crazy.
Yeah, like even if we're wrong about how they split them and they do put Goku and Vegeta on UI Goku's banner, it's pretty much 100% that they're going to be on these banners. So
yeah, and the fact
value.
that those 2 are there alone is already pretty crazy. So
exactly.
To me, I think regardless of like what else they put on the banners, as long as they're like moderately good units, like they're still going to be banners that most people will want to summon on for sure.
Exactly. And then of course, even though JP doesn't get the tickets because Glow Best, but they are of course going to be the do 3 multis get 1 free for the first like however long it is. It's like almost 2 weeks.
It's longer and longer every time, it feels like.
So yeah, almost over 2 weeks potentially. So yeah, I think these banners would be pretty hype. Obviously, you guys let us know down below in the comments, what did you think of our picks? Do you think there's anyone who kind of stands out that maybe we didn't talk about? And more interestingly, would you summon on those banners, and which one would you be going ham for? Would it be UI just because it's UI, or would you be going for Blue Evolution Vegeta?
I think if we had a poll up right now, it would probably be like 80% UI.
Yeah, probably. But I mean, I had to represent for my boy Vegeta, so I think his banner's pretty decent. So yeah, let us know all your thoughts down below in the comment section. Big shout out to Tiger. Thank you for coming on and creating these interesting banners with me.
This was fun, man.
Yeah, so I'll drop the link to his channel. I'm sure you guys know him already, but make sure you do go over and show him some love if you haven't already. And yeah, anything else you want to add before we head off?
No, thank you for having me on the channel. I hope we're at least somewhat correct. I mean, look, I think there's at least 3 units that are locks. Like, I think the 4th anniversary LR, Worldwide Celebration LRs, and of course, Goku and Vegeta.
Yeah, I think
have to be on there. And for the rest of them, we'll see. I mean, we could be completely wrong, but that's the fun part about doing these speculations, right?
And hey, just imagine if we are 100% correct. How crazy would that be?
People are going to be calling us Bandai spies.
I mean, I don't have the summon rates for being a Bandai spy. I don't know about you. But
I mean, there's been moments where people have thought maybe I had some kind of affiliation.
Okay, well, that is going to do it for us, guys. Like I said, let us know all of your feedback down below in the comments section. And yeah, the hype for the anniversary continues. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen and Tiger from Tiger Uppercut Media. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.
Bye, guys.